So this is my take on the Ronaldo situation at the moment, because a lot of people having their opinions. Some I agree with, some I don't. So let's go back to the start. Manchester United practically begged Ronaldo to come back to United instead of City. Had he gone to City, he'd have no doubt won the league. Maybe he'd have won a couple of other things. Maybe he'd have won the Champions League. He probably would have been top scorer of the league and life would have been a lot different. Instead, he chose to come back to Man United. Now, last season, he's our player of the year. I don't think any fan can debate that. Top goal scorer in the worst United team I've ever seen in my life, anyway, from the season before. Without Ronaldo last season, where would we have finished? Mid-table, bottom half of the table easily. Now we've got a new manager, we've come into the new season. Ronaldo has said he does not want to stay at United. Now, I've not spoke to him personally, obviously, but I think this is quite clear and obvious from the information that's come out of the club. So Ronaldo said he wants to leave. The club have obviously... I don't believe for 1 minute that nobody wanted him. That's nonsense. You're talking about one of the best players of all time and still currently probably the best box striker in world football. So to suggest nobody wanted him, I think that's ridiculous. The club have told him he's not going anywhere. And the reason they've done that is because commercially they need him in the team as part of the club for sponsorships and brand deals. We know that. If you don't think that's the case, then you're a fool. So the club have made Ronaldo stay. He's under contract. He's obliged to stay, really. You could look at it like that. So Ronaldo stayed. New managers come in. Now, all I remember hearing from Ten Hag in the summer was that Ronaldo was in his plans, he's a great player, he wants him to stay, blah-de-blah-de-blah-de-blah. Now, that's a load of nonsense because time has proven that Ten Hag doesn't want Ronaldo in his team. Why would you not want one of the world's best strikers in your team? Why would you not want that? Absolutely ridiculous. And if we had a striker playing who is banging form, banging the goals in, linking the play up, playing out of his skin, then I'd maybe understand, right, Ronaldo, you've got to sit on the bench, you've got to work your way back into the team. Fair enough, fight for your place. But he's being displaced by Rashford, Marcus Rashford, who, let's face it, for the last 2 years has been the shadow of the player he was. He's not a goal scorer, he doesn't link the play, he doesn't create chances anymore. What does Rashford do? What does he offer? What has he done and what has he offered for the last 2 seasons? Absolutely zilch. Yet Ronaldo can't get in the team ahead of Rashford. And this argument that the team's playing better without Ronaldo is absolute nonsense as well. You could argue the team is playing better. Okay, you could argue that, but that's not because Ronaldo isn't in the team, is it? Unless you're a very low IQ football fan. It's obvious that the team is going to improve under a new manager with new ideas, new motivations, and new players. The team is playing better because Maguire isn't in the team, and it's the partnership of Varane and Martinez, I would argue, and Eriksen, those 3 players, is the sole reason why the team is playing better. It's not playing better because Ronaldo isn't in the team. And if you think that, then there's something seriously wrong somewhere. Why can the team not perform better with Ronaldo in it? He hasn't been given a run of games yet. He's not had a chance to get his match fitness up. And so what? He walked off before the end of the game. I don't really care, to be honest. Had the game been 0-0 or we were losing 1-0 and Ten Hag wanted to bring him on and he refused, that's a different ball game altogether. But you're asking a player who you've basically mugged off, that's my term I'd use. Ten Hag has mugged Ronaldo off this season, and you're asking him to come on when the game's finished. Why are you doing that? You're asking for problems and you're antagonising a player by doing that. I've been a player, albeit Sunday League, but if I was being left out of the team for someone who I was far superior of a player to, and I'd had the career that Ronaldo's had, and you're not playing me, and you're picking someone like Rashford, and then you want to bring me on for 2 minutes against Spurs when I banged a hat-trick in against them last season. Nah, not having that. So my opinion is the club needs to be honest. Ten Hag needs to be honest with the player. if you're not in the plans, you've got to let the player go. You don't make him stay for financial benefit and then throw your hands up in the air in shock and surprise when they start having little tantrums here and there. You're asking for trouble. Now, United need a striker. We need a goal-scoring striker. If Ronaldo wasn't at United now, all the fans would be saying, oh, we're crying out for a striker like Ronaldo to put the ball in the back of the net. That's all we need now, a goal scorer. But we've got one sat on the bench, getting an arseache, getting splinters in his arse, because this manager, for some reason unbeknown to mankind, doesn't want to pick the world's greatest box striker, doesn't want to play him. Makes no sense whatsoever. I'm baffled. Leave your comments. You either agree, you don't agree, you disagree, you agree with some. Let me know what you think. Over and out.